the after Christmas edition. So this will be my first video that'll get put out on YouTube right after the holidays and probably right after New Year's, if I don't go ahead and post this for New Year's Eve. Um, and reason being, I'm kind of excited. I got some new finds this past week or so, and I wanted to share them with you. So my first find, I was over visiting my friend Ian at Uncorked KC, and I got to get there right at the time he was getting deliveries, and so he got some Fortaleza, he got some Fortaleza Winter Blend, not as much as he thought he was going to get, so not for me, but he did get something that I really like, and he got some Lagrimas de Valet, and it's the new La Loma. I was lucky, one of the first ones to get it. I'm like, hey, that's bonus. And then, well, the days go along, Christmas comes and goes, and we do a couple other things. And I decided, you know what? I'm off for the holiday. Let's go on a little tequila hunt. So I take off and didn't really find anything. So I went back home and I'm sitting on the couch, getting bored, about to fall asleep. I start to scroll through my phone and look down at my buddy down in Clinton at the liquor studio. And lo and behold, what did he have? Well, by God, he had exactly one of the things I was majorly looking for. We got some Fortaleza Winter Blend 2024. I got picked that up and a new bottle of Repo. And so I was like, I'm happy. I'm real happy. So next day comes and goes. And I'm like, you know what? I've had such good luck. Why don't we just go out and I got one place I want to go. I got a little extra money from Christmas. There's a bottle I've been wanting to get. I just hadn't pulled the trigger on it. So I decided I was going to head up to see Mike up there at Bubbles in Parkville. And sure enough, he had exactly what I was looking for. Oop, Amatea Baracas. I'm going to go ahead and take the cover off this because the label on it is beautiful. Because I want you to see that full label. We're just going to wheel it all around. Oh, yeah. All the copper ink that's on the bottom of that, and then, of course, on the label. This is some really, really good stuff. At 110 proof, and it is delicious. If you can deal with the little smokiness, I shouldn't say deal. If you like the smokiness, this is for you. It's not a mezcal. This is tequila. It just we've talked about Amatea and how it has that little bit of a smoky note to it. It's because everything they do in the cooking and in the distilling is done with a wood fire, mesquite wood. And last but not least, we're not leaving it out. There's a bottle that I've been kind of wanting to get, and the problem is I drank all the rest of them before I could get a hold of this one. So, but we're gonna have a little fun with some Viva Mexico and Yale. Yeah, yeah. So stick around. We're gonna do some drinking. Then we'll talk about what we got. All right. Give me a minute. Let me get these bottles opened up. I'll see you in a sec. So I'm not going to do these in any particular order because, well, the proof points are all over the place. So we'll just go with what I opened originally, and then we'll kind of, and on down the line. There's two that I did not open to try them up until just right now. And that was the Fortaleza Winter Blend and the Viva Mexico Añejo. We'll do those last. We'll do the other two first. Plus, those are the two Blancos, and the other two are aged. So let's start out with the Lagrimas. I really, really, really enjoyed that one. Um, it was, I've had every estate up to this point, and really, really enjoyed both the Blanco and the Reposado. And this one was available, of course, available there at Uncorked, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get that one. Um, they're always delicious, and I'm sitting here smelling the fumes coming out of the bottle. It's just so good. So let's put this in a glass and we'll get a little nosing to it, and then we'll give it a taste and see what we think. and we'll go from there. All right. So I was really excited um, that this came in. You know, just hanging around with Ian at the store and learning some stuff from him. His sommelier experience just really makes my life easier sometimes, and I learned some stuff along the way. So again, we're looking at Lagrimas. It's 46%. That makes it 92 proof, and it's Rancho La Loma. Good juice. If you can find it, if you can find any Lagrimas, if you haven't tried this, any Lagrimas, each field is a little different. We get into that terroir, the taste of the soil does affect how the tequila tastes. I don't care who you are, it does. Tequila Ocho is a great example of that. Lagrimas is an example of that. Those different agaves and where they're grown, how much rain, how little rain, all those apply to how this tequila will taste. And so let's give this a little, see what kind of aromas we get off of here. Right off the bat, cooked agave, boom, right in your face. I'm getting a citrus note. Can't place the citrus note though. Vegetal. Oh, just smells exactly the way I want it to. Completely clear. We got nice legs on the glass. It's just sticking to the glass. I'm not even getting tears. It's just legs running down the glass. Salud. This is the first tequila of the day, so give me a little bit. Wow. Sticks to the mouth. Just a nice, like, kind of buttery feel to the, to the inside of your mouth. Mm, this is really good. Um, wow. Finish is a little long, so that's good. Um, Up front, you get the cooked agave. You're going to get that kind of, I don't want to say oily, but more buttery mouthfeel that coats the entire inside of your mouth. Um, and then you're going to get that vegetal note, a little bit of lime. I'm getting a hint of that. Um, but the anise is there, and it's not overpowering. It's right, just kind of where you want it. And it's that way all the way down. Um, for being 92 proof, I mean, you've got a little bit of that alcohol burn to it, but it's just mild. It's very mild, right at the back of the throat. Doesn't seem to affect anything as far as as far as me. But for those of you who are not into the higher proof tequilas, it's going to be a little adjustment. But get your mouth ready for drinking these things. Take the time, little sips, swish it around. You might have to do it more than once. On the really high proof stuff, it's a necessity. I mean, otherwise, all you're going to have is heat and burn, and you're not going to enjoy it. Take little sips, let it swish around, swallow it. Let the tingling sensation go inside your mouth. Let's try it again. If it's still super tingly, do it again. And then on your third try, just a little bit more, and then let it sit on the tongue and kind of pick out those little bitty notes. It makes it just a very pleasurable experience if you get yourself prepared for it. So we'll do a little more drinky here, and then we'll go move on to the next one. Mm. No disappointment anywhere in that glass. None. We enjoy that, especially out of a Blanco. I mean, as you probably heard me say, if you are members of my channel, I love my reposados. I really, really do. But realizing that they come from Blanco tequila, knowing that, you find out what the Blanco tastes like, it just makes the Repo and the Añejo and the Extra Añejo taste that much better. And so, I mean, that's why we got to start here. Now, next one down the line, let me get a little, washed down a little bit. Next thing, this is an odd duck. And those who don't understand my Midwestern way of saying, this is an unusual item. This is the Amatea. This is the Barrancas. And this is a high proof Blanco. The regular high proof Blanco, I believe, is at 92%. This puppy is at 110. And this is a unique. They figured out a way to infuse fruit in the final distillation. Made a basket, stuck it in the still, distilled the final distillation, and guess what? We get fruit out of here. It took him a year to get it approved by the FDA because it's an infusion somehow. But when I did the tasting of the whole line of Amatea at Uncorked, we got to try this. There's nothing like it. Wow. The whole lineup was good. I mean, do not get me wrong. The regular Blanco, the Reposado, the Añejo, the high proof Blanco before this. And this was a treat. For all you Forte fanatics, if you haven't tried this, you need to. And especially if you're into a little bit of the on the mezcal side. Though this is not mezcal, this is tequila. But because everything is wood fired, this throws a little monkey wrench into it, and this is some tasty stuff. On the fruit, there's two that I know of off the bat, and there's a third one that I never can quite place when I taste this. But plums and wow, I can't think of it now. Anyway, well, when I taste it, oh, let's pop this puppy open. Mangoes. Those two I can pick out of this right off the bat. I know there's a third one. It's just one of those fruits. It's something that they grow there around the distillery. You gotta, but hey, let's try this. Alberto, man, you did a good job on this one. I'm telling you. We enjoyed it at the tasting. I've been patiently waiting to get a bottle of this since then. And yeah, plums, mangoes, right off the bat on the nose. If you can't, if you don't want to buy it, find some place that does that'll do a pour, maybe do samples of it if they have an open bottle. I was able to purchase this bottle at Bubbles of Parkville. Mike was there when I picked it up, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he goes, "I just bought as much as I could buy." Well, he still got a few bottles of this left. So those of you that live in the Kansas City area, get up there and get a bottle. It may be something that you don't be a daily drinker of, but it's something you get to enjoy and sip occasionally and share with friends. That's my goal with this one, as I plan on sharing this with friends. No, it's not an everyday drinker, not at 110 proof, and not at the price tag of this is, which I'm not going to tell you because you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. Think about it at about $1 a proof. So that goes with most of these anyway. So let's give this a little swirl on and taste. Yeah, fruit right up front. Mm. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's just cooked agave, sweetness right up front, mixed in with the plums and the mangoes, just makes it utterly sweet all the way through the palate. You're gonna get a little bit of that anise. You're gonna get a little bit of that smoke, but getting when it gets to the back of the palate, you get the warmth of the 110 proof tequila. Not overbearing. It's just there, and it's delicious. Um, this is not for everybody, and I hate putting it that way. Um, Once your palate gets used to doing the little higher proof stuff, I think it becomes easier. I know that's where I've ended up, but it is so fragrant and it is so flavorful. The mouth feel is butter. It just coats the inside of the mouth. Um, I had some of this earlier um, in the week. It would be Friday of last week, the day after Christmas, and I had some with my brother-in-law and my sister, and she's just like, "Oh, it's too smoky." Well, and that night was maybe a little bit. And of course, it was almost a fresh. Well, it was. It was a fresh neck pour, and it was probably a little. Now that it's had a chance to air out a little bit, oh, it's so good. Um, but I like this brand. I really like this brand. Any bottle from them, if you can try it, if you like it, share with your friends. This is beautiful, beautiful stuff. Alberto Perdilla, you did a great job with this, my friend. Great job. Mm. Wow. I have nothing more to add. I mean, it's delicious. Y'all need to try it. Well, which one should we pick next? Mm. Well, we're going to leave the Fils de Resistance to last. And those of you that know. I got to get another glass. Hold on. Ah, get in. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen this before, you want to get tequila tasting glasses and don't want to spend a buttload of money, go to Amazon. These are nice quality glasses. I for the money I like them. I'm probably going to buy some more. Um, and they're just they come in a really nice box. I mean, for storage, it's lined. It's all got the foam that's cut to the sides. It's got a top piece for storage. It keeps it all nice, and they don't jiggle around. And then when you don't want to have them on the shelf, you put them in the nice box. You can put it on the bookshelf. Okay, we're gonna go all the way to Añejo. And my friend, who I have not met yet, but I hope to meet soon, he and I are friends on Facebook. And Sergio Cruz, we're going to try some of your special juice here. We love it, love it, love it. I liked everything from Viva Mexico, um, the products that he and Sergio Vivanco put out. Wow, awesome, awesome stuff. So let's give this one a pour. This is a neck pour, so I'm we're going to let it rest a little bit while we pour it up, and we'll talk some. So I'll get this bottle a little closer to the camera so you all can see of the wonderful golden color that it is. So this is the añejo. It's 80 proof or 40% by volume. It's just an exquisitely made tequila that just really, really, really. I have not tried this yet in any way, shape, or form. So this is a new open crack for me. Um, so it's a brand new tequila for me. I'm really, really anticipating this to be extremely delicious because I've never been disappointed by anything that Sergio Cruz puts out. It's awesome stuff. I mean, I've been so impressed with Lost Lore and Yayo and Viva Mexico and all the other ones that come out of that distillery. Why should I doubt? And it has a wonderful, wonderful color. Nice and light. It's clinging to the glass. So it's got a nice viscous to it. It should have a wonderful mouthfeel to it. Keep going. So, as most of you know that are subscribed to my channel, I'm going to Mexico in February. And I am really looking forward to this trip because it's my first trip. And I have no expectations, so everything should be cool and everything's going to be great. Um, it's just, it's one of those places that I want to go and I want to go see and see as many people as I can meet in the in the unfortunately short time that I'm going to be there. I mean, we're going to be there for a few days, and in the state of Jalisco for quite a while, for about a week. Just depends on which end of the state you're talking about. So we're going to go down and we're going to stay at the boutique hotel at El Tequilino at Casa Salas and enjoy their company. Um, this is all on my dime. I'm not. None of what I'm doing is coming off free. Um, so I'm paying. Me, my sister, and my brother-in-law. We're all three going down. We're paying for what we need to pay for, and hopefully having a very very enjoyable time. Um, Looking forward to meeting whoever I get to meet. As far as people, I am taking my film equipment and my laptop, go down. Most of what I'll probably film won't be edited until I come back, but we're going to have a whole bunch of film to go through and lots of things to edit, so we can put it out here on the YouTube channel and let you all know about it through Facebook and Instagram. But wow, I mean, so looking forward to this. I have a new friend of mine, uh, Mary Carmen Ortiz Conway, and she's encouraging me uh, to go out and she says, "Well, I'm going to try to be there." Oh, you're going to try to be there? Well, let's see what if she does. That's good. And I know a couple of the guys from South Carolina. They're going to be out there about the same time. We're hoping to meet up, maybe go do a tour and have some dinner together and just converse face to face versus screen to screen. That's what seems to be happening most of the time with me. Um, a lot of my new friends that I have gotten in the tequila game are all over the U.S. and of course down in Mexico. Um, so uh, those of you that are on here, if you don't belong to more than one tequila club or agave club on Facebook, join as many as you can. There's so much information and there's so many really, really nice people in this spirit that um, there's lots to learn and there's lots of people's with, everybody's palate is a little different than the other one. But it's always good, 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 good stuff. And it's great camaraderie between the participants. Um, my friend CJ Agave with All Things Tequila, we all get together here occasionally and more online than in person. But it's just a fun experience of doing this. Let's give this Viva Mexico a little nosing and see what we come up with here. Oh wow! Oh, lots of fruit forward. I'm gonna say, wow. Fruit, probably a stone fruit, which would be like a peach or a apricot, something of that nature. Wow. Maybe a little bit of a grape note. The agave's there. It's there. It's not hidden. It's just there. Let's give this a little taste. Mm. Wow. Light, refreshing. Agave sweetness is there, but there's a lot because it's an añejo. You have to remember, it's been in the barrel over a year. The fruit notes that it's getting from that barrel. Oh my. I'm not kidding. This is just really, really good. It's, just fruit sweetness, agave sweetness, no burn. Let me repeat that. No burn. Now, I say that after just drinking 110 proof tequila. That's probably why on me, but no burn. It's just deliciousness going down my throat. I did rinse with water first, so it can't be all. But this is so good. So good. Look at that. That is just a wonderful color. And that color and the aroma notes all pass on to the palate. Just delicious. Get a little bit of pineapple. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to get somebody else to try this because I know my taste buds on our 100%. They're about 99% today because that's damn delicious. I'm gonna say the word because it's only explanative that comes out of my mouth that explains what I'm tasting. Wow. I If you didn't know better, you'd think you were tasting a sweet fruit wine. Me, honestly, the agave is there. It's there in the background, but for some reason, this fruit is all the way forward. Now, whether that's where my palate is today, I mean, I got lots of fruit on the brancas. I'm getting lots of fruit on this añejo. Probably should be because that's why it's an añejo. But man, I'm getting it from I'm getting that from the aroma as well as the palate. Holy smokes, man! And this isn't expensive. If you can find this and you like añejos, this is the one for you to get. I'm not kidding. You want to convert a wine drinker to tequila? That'd be the one to do it with, especially if they like the sweet wines. Oh man, that's that's amazing, amazing, amazing. That's just crazy. Glad my palate's in a good place because we're about to come up to number 4, last one, but last but not least. Somebody are going to tell me I'm crazy for opening this bottle. Well, maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. Because my whole goal is not to collect tequila. My whole goal is to find unique tequilas that I can enjoy and share with my friends and family. And, when you pay a little bit for them, yeah, you kind of want to save them back for a special occasion. But then again, sometimes you just can't help yourself. Now, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, I've already tasted this a little bit because I won free samples of Fortaleza from a bourbon channel that I tend to watch occasionally, more than I watch some of the other bourbon channels. And I got a free sample, a 2024 Winter Blend. And if you can see the level in that bottle, yep, I only put about half of it into the glass. Yep. I was trying to be frugal because I didn't know if I was going to get one of these. Well, fortune shined upon me and I was able to purchase one. Still not going to tell you what I paid for it. I'm not really sure what MSRP is on it. But I paid less than I did for the 2023 blend last year, which I was happy about. So let's give it a try, won't we? Oh, that four lays a squeak. As old Lou says, you can't take it with you. So you might as well share it with your friends. Well, you all are my friends. You like my channel, you watch my channel. So I'm going to share this with you. Look at that wonderful color. I know a little bit more about this than when I did the other. So this was aged in two different barrels and then blended. One was American oak, like usual for a reposado. The second one was French oak that had sherry, cream sherry in it, and which is going to probably affect some of the flavor. I mean, French oak brings out the fruit notes in any tequila, but once it's had something else in it, that's also going to affect how this tastes. I was on the initial tasting of the little bottle. I got figs or raisins. That would be about the same. It's a dried fruit. Um, so it was one of those things where I'm either going to pour the rest of this into a glass and get a better tasting for it, or wait and see if I get a full bottle. Well, I got a full bottle, and so it's one of those things where I just can't keep a secret. I can't wait for anything. I like getting into this and sharing it with all of you. So let's give this a little nosing and see where we're at. We're right about where we were the last time. I don't smell anything majorly different. Um, by the way, if you don't know, this is at 46%. It's at still strength, which makes it 92 proof. It's just 100% agave. Just a beautiful, beautiful bottle and a very wonderful tasting bottle. So with the cream sherry in it, it's going to have some different notes from that French oak than what we're used to with the regular reposado, and it's one of those things that will let's give her another little smell and then we'll give her a taste. I smell the reposado. You get the agave. I'm not really getting any. It's just. It smells like I want it to smell, and that's the problem. I just want it to smell good, and I want it to smell like Fortaleza, which it does. It has all of those notes. I'm just looking for that special little note that cream sherry French oak barrel attaches to it. And it's there. I just can't put my finger on it. I'm almost getting an apple note. Let's give it a try. Wow. Talk about complex. For me, I don't know about anybody else. Wow. I mean, the cooked agave's there. The influence of the bourbon barrel is there slightly. I mean, just what where it usually is with Fortaleza, because it's only in there 6 months. So it's not. But that French oak, I'm getting apple, cherry. I'm not getting the fig or the raisin like I did before. We're gonna keep trying it till I figure it out. Oh, that may take a while. No, we're really gonna do this much. Wow, that's just delicious. I mean, it's hard to follow the Viva Mexico Añejo, but it does it, and it's not as fruit forward as the Viva Mexico Añejo, but it's there. And at that little higher proof statement, it brings all that up. Wow. A little bit of anise there on the end. I mean, mild. I mean, almost non existent, but it's there. Wow. I don't know what to tell you. This is going to be a hard one for anybody to find. I understand that. But you know, as well as I know, there are going to be bars and restaurants around town, in your town, in my town, that are possibly going to have a bottle of this. If you search out those bottles, it's worth paying what you're going to pay for pour to taste this. I'm not going to say it's going to be cheap because it's probably not. I've seen these bottles go for as high as $600 on the secondary market. And that is ridiculous. That's stupid. It's good. It's really good. But I don't know that there's an alcohol out there that's even worth that much. And I know. There's Pappy bottles going for 1,000 and 1,200 and 2,000, and those aren't worth that either. I've had Pappy before. Matter of fact, I just had some Pappy. It is, especially the old Rip Van Winkle. I love that 10-year note. I haven't had anything of the other, but that 10-year old Rip Van Winkle is delicious. It has cherry notes. It's got some apple notes to it. It has a light of the cinnamon or of the baking spices going along with it. It's a very delicious bourbon. Is it worth $1,200? No. Is it worth the regular MSRP that they sell it for? Yes. And yes. The problem is you have to wait 10 years to try it. This takes a year. By the time it's longer than that because by the time they grow it and then do all the things that they have to do to turn it into tequila, it's going to take a little. But from when they start, it's 6 months. It's 6 months from when they distill it to when they finish aging it and blending it together, putting it in the bottle, and it's not worth $600. It's not worth five. It's not worth four. It's worth exactly what Guillermo Souza sets it at. Yes, I know there's going to be markups along the way. I understand that. And those are acceptable price increases. But to put it at double of MSRP or triple of MSRP, it's unacceptable. It's not right. There's people taking advantage of the market, and I understand that. And, you know, I don't blame anybody for making money, but don't expect me and a lot of people like me to pay for it. And how the quality, the quantity of this tequila makes it so rare to find. They make a lot of it, not so much of this, but of the regular stuff that comes out from Fortaleza. I applaud Fortaleza Tequila for doing the best that they can to keep up with the demand. Don't get me wrong. This is wonderful, wonderful stuff. I love it. I love everything we've tried this evening. Um, but the thing about in searching for this bottle and helping others search for this bottle, it doesn't make me angry. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. There's folks out there that buy cases of it and then turn around and sell it for triple what they paid for it. And that's just not right. I mean, like I said, I have nothing against anybody making money, but be reasonable. Not all of us can afford to just buy whatever we want when we want to buy it. And for everybody to enjoy, think about your other folks. I'm sorry. I mean, hey, I'm sorry the secondary market ever came around to tequila. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing. But as a group of all of us, if nobody buys it from them, they have to sell it to somebody, or they're going to drink it. And if they can't sell it at $600 a bottle, then maybe it's going to come down. And then if somebody still doesn't buy it, it's going to come down some more because they're going to want to get rid of it. They're going to want to buy some other stuff, and they need that capital to buy some more stuff. So, for me to you, friend to friend, don't pay triple. Try not to pay double. Going 20% above what MSRP is, that's probably acceptable because it goes through so many hands to get to your hand. It has to be a reasonable amount. All right, let's get off of that. We got more things to talk about. Not to mention, we got some more tequila to drink. Wow. Just wow. All those notes are there. And like I said, I get that little bit of anise on the back end, but it's just really, really mild. I love it. Can't say any more about it. I love it. And I respect what's in my glass, Mr. Agave Love and Lore. I do respect what's in my glass, and I wish more people would. Um, Upcoming videos. Major one coming up here pretty quick. We are going to do a drink through of Lost Lore, of everything that I have, which is almost everything that they carry, except for the very first finished series. And I have just a little bit of the vanilla stout, imperial vanilla stout barrel. Some of that, so that's why I want to get this done before I drink it all. I want to get that done too because I've got everything else. I've got the añejo now. Finally, I have both of the high proofs, the blanco, the reposado, the añejo. I have all of those, so I want to get through that drink through. That's coming up. I want to start on a new in bottle aging project, but that's going to take a little while because I'm going to have to find the tequila that I want to do it with. And again, I don't like paying over MSRP. So my next barrel aging project, other than playing around with my Infinity barrel, I'll give you a show of that one real quick. So I keep changing my Infinity bottle. I finally finished off my Artenom 1146. So I moved my Infinity bottle to this bottle. And one, I love this bottle. I love its shape. I love its label. But as you notice, I have a nice color to that. Now, again, this is an Infinity bottle. So it's got a little bit of this and it's got a little bit of that. But it also has mostly a Blanco tequila or a light reposado. So after exchanging what I had and adding to, and getting this bottle up to this point. I tasted this last night. Wow. It's getting there. Oh, you notice there's a stick in there. See, yeah, you can see it floating in there. So I have a French oak stave from Beyond Barrels. It's been sitting in there for about 3 days, 4 days. I think it's been 4 days. Let's see if I can get you a better little view of that stick. Yeah, you can see that stick in there. Just to in bottle age it a little bit more. See if we can get close to what Enrique Fonseca made it as. I just want to have fun with it and see what. Leave it in there for a week. Let it, and I did have both it and the American oak in there. Um, One to promote a little more color to it, but I'm looking for flavor as well as the color, and it's good. I'm just gonna say it's good. Like I said, I tried a little sample of it last night. We're gonna leave it in there a little bit longer, um, but it's amazing what you can do when you blend your tequilas together. You get that little bit of a bottle left. It's like, don't save that. Put it in an infinity barrel. Mix it in with some other stuff. Put a wood stave in it. Um, let's make it into something fun. Make it into something completely unique that's just not available. And that is the most fun part about this whole thing. Um, Getting back to my next actual in bottle aging, I need some still strength Fortaleza. I have some. I have one bottle. It's open, but I want to do a full bottle, and I'm probably going to get either a new or reseason my American oak stave with some bourbon, and I'm going to reseason it with something a little different than what I seasoned with it originally. Originally, I seasoned it with Rebel um, single barrel. It was about 113 proof, and I'm going to season it with something different. And I think I'm going to season it with some Ben Holiday wheated bourbon at 120 proof. It's at Rickhouse proof. Reseason my stave. I'm going to have to pull it out and let it dry out completely. And then we're going to reseason it, and I want to find a full bottle of Fortaleza still strength. And I want to make my own single barrel version. Um, this is something I think is a very interesting thing to do. There's no commercial applications for this. Um, that just takes away from, but for my own personal use and for the enjoyment of my friends, is to make my own single barrel Fortaleza. They're discontinuing doing the single barrels. They need to concentrate on just quantity over quality. No, they don't even do no, just concentrate on quantity and not do the little special projects. I understand that they're a small distillery. They're not, they're not, and most of the tequilas that we like, and I'm going to put we as a very big we, aren't from great big distilleries. Some of them put out quite a bit more than small guys like um, Fortaleza, and El Tequilino, and so on. But and nothing their products are bad. None of their products are bad, but they have larger distilleries. They have more resources to put out more product faster. No, that's the wrong way. But they put out more product. Period. Whether it's G4, whether it's Ocho, whether it's it's just El Tesoro. That's the word I was looking for. All of those they put out a large amount of tequila at a time. Well, they can. They have multiple ovens. They have multiple tajonas. They have multiple. Fortaleza had two ovens, one stone. I don't know exactly the number of how many fermentation pompones they have, but they have several. They still only have three stills. We're not. We're not doing a column still. We're not doing a modified pot still or have 10 pot stills in a. We don't have all that. Well, Fortaleza doesn't have all that. So it's one of those things where it's nice to do the small artisanal, but If I can't find a single barrel and I want to try a single barrel, why can't I just make my own? And that's my goal. I want to make a really nice single barrel that I made. I used their tequila, my stick, and aged it as long as I wanted to, knowing that in bottle aging takes a lot less longer than it does in an actual barrel. So there's goals, things to look forward to coming down the line. I love y'all. You know that. And it's always tequila time. Please like and share, subscribe. You know, like I said, tequila's not cheap, and I'm nowhere near where this channel's making any money. But everything I acquire, I will share with you, and to the best of my ability. Um, Looking forward to some other special projects along the line that nothing's set in concrete yet. I'm wanting to do a couple confabs with some folks, and a couple other things that are coming down the pipe for after the first of the year. I want to do I think we're going to try to do a joint venture with Tasting Tequila with Brad. He and I have been talking about this for a while. I'd like to do something with CJ. I want to do something at Uncorked. He's now doing agave specials on Thursdays, so I might go down there and set up the camera and say, "Hey, y'all, come on, join me," and we'll come down and we'll look at tequila, maybe taste some tequila, and do some stuff like that. That's again nothing set in concrete. Something I would like to do. I've talked to Mike up at Bubbles. He's got a couple of things that he'd like for me to join in on. So, um, you know, for you, everybody, get to know your liquor store owners or your managers. They've got lots of things coming on, lots of things going on that um, that hey, there's something new that's coming out. We'll let you know that ahead of time. This or that or that or this. It's just a great conversation of things to do. I know Mike up there at Bubbles. He's looking to do a couple different things, and he wants me to be a little bit involved. We've become uh, good acquaintances, almost to the point of friends. He lets me in on a few things. So I mean, it's just talk. And I do a lot of that, as you can tell. This video that probably should have been about this long is now about this long. But again, it's always tequila time, and we'll see you at the next video. Stay happy.